The room is quiet now. At 91, Sophia Loren sits beneath soft light, her voice steady but weighted with decades of silence. For years, she smiled when his name came up. She deflected, joked, changed the subject. But tonight, she doesn't. Tonight, she finally speaks up about Cary Grant, and what she says forces us to question everything we thought we knew about Hollywood's most elegant love story. Picture the early 1950s. Rome is still healing from war. A young Sophia is barely more than a teenager. Tall, unsure, carrying hunger in her eyes that has nothing to do with food. She's trying to survive, trying to matter. Then one day, she's told she's been cast opposite Cary Grant. Not just any star, Cary Grant, the man with the perfect smile, the flawless timing, the kind of charm that felt engineered by destiny itself. On set, everyone watches them. The age gap is obvious, whispered about but rarely challenged. He's already a legend. She's still learning how to hold her ground. Cameras roll, lights blaze, and something electric happens between them. You can see it in the footage, even now. The glances held just a second too long. The laughter that feels private even in a crowded room. Audiences called it chemistry. Studios called it magic. But Sophia remembers something else entirely. She remembers Cary's voice when the cameras stopped. Softer, careful, almost protective. He'd ask her if she was eating enough, if she was sleeping, if Hollywood felt overwhelming. He wrote her letters, long ones, handwritten, filled with longing and admiration. He proposed marriage, not once, but more than once. Imagine that moment, the world's most desired man, asking a young immigrant actress to become his wife. Is that a dream, or a burden? Sophia pauses when she talks about it now. Her eyes cloud, not with regret, but with understanding, earned the hard way. She says she felt torn, flattered, yes, drawn to him, undeniably, but also afraid. Afraid of disappearing into someone else's shadow. Afraid of becoming a beautiful story told by other people. Instead of writing her own. At the time, the world wanted a fairy tale. Reporters followed them relentlessly. Headlines hinted at romance, at secret meetings, at stolen kisses. Cary, already struggling with the expectations placed on him, seemed ready to give everything up for her. But Sophia was still finding her voice. And that voice, she admits now, was quiet back then. She speaks of moments that never made it into the magazines. Of sitting alone in her trailer, reading his letters again and again, wondering if love should feel so heavy. Of phone calls that stretched late into the night, filled with affection but also unspoken pressure. He wanted certainty. She wanted time. And time was the one thing Hollywood never allowed. Then came the choice. A choice that would define both of their lives in different ways. Sophia chose herself. She chose to return to Italy, to build a career on her own terms, to love without losing who she was. Cary was heartbroken. That part is no secret. But what Sophia reveals now is the guilt she carried for decades. The guilt of saying no to a man who, in his own way, offered her everything. Years passed. Careers soared. Cary Grant became immortalized as the perfect leading man. Sophia Loren became an icon of strength and sensuality. They crossed paths again. Older, wiser, surrounded by people, but somehow still alone. There was warmth between them, respect, and something unspoken that never fully left. But the moment had passed, and they both knew it. So why speak now? Why break the silence at 91? Sophia says it's because myths are easy, but truth is complicated. She wants people to know that behind the glamour, there were real emotions, real fears, real consequences. That love isn't always about grand gestures or legendary romance. Sometimes it's about the quiet courage to walk away. She doesn't accuse Cary Grant. She doesn't rewrite him as a villain or a saint. She remembers him as a man brilliant, wounded, generous, and deeply human. A man who loved her in the only way he knew how, and a man she loved enough to refuse. As her story settles, a question lingers in the air. What would have happened if she'd said yes? Would she have been happy? Would he? Or would the very magic the world adored have faded under the weight of reality? Sophia Loren leans back, her voice barely above a whisper now. She says some loves are meant to change you, not keep you. Some stories are powerful precisely because they end unfinished. And as the screen fades, we're left wondering how many other legends are built on silences like this. How many smiles hide choices that cost everything? And whether, in the end, the bravest love story is the one where you choose yourself even when the whole world is watching.